Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however you come across it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. And what we've been doing is going through our mega deck, every single card that has never been pulled for a reading on this channel before, out of the, I don't know, 9, 10, however many decks we've looked at over the past year. Today's card is card number 20, representing Synchronicity, out of the Angelic Messenger cards by Meredith Young-Sowers. And again, this is another one of my personal vintage decks that I've worked with for millennia, almost it seems like, and quite possibly, realistically. But I'm really excited about the reading for today. I want to talk a little bit about the card and the image itself before we go into the book and look at the reading in there. I haven't looked at it yet. You and I will go through that for the first time. As soon as we get done looking at the image of the card, getting the energy reading that's coming directly to us from these images. These are pictures or photographs of different types of flowers or different parts of the flowers that represent different angelic messages. And if you've been noticing recently in your life, things kind of working together, things kind of making sense, things in an order. Synchronicity is really one of the fundamental laws of nature, if you will. There's always things that are working together that don't have a cause amongst themselves. So this is actually synchronicity and synchronous, and those words coming from this root word were made up by Carl Jung, the psychologist. I did not know that. Did you know that? He coined the phrase synchronicity to describe events or things that would occur without being caused by each other, without having any connection at all, that turn out to be, another one of my favorite words, serendipitous, where things work together in cooperation, in communication with each other. This is the way our world is supposed to operate. This is the way things are supposed to be. And I know it's very easy when we're looking at our external world and our personal environment, wherever you are, whatever you're going through right now. Do you see more chaos than order in the world in general? Things don't look all that synchronous, at least from our perspective, where we stand right in the middle of it, right in the middle of the forest, right in the middle of the war, or right in the middle of that crisis, whatever that situation is. Synchronicity is the natural order of things. It's the way things are supposed to flow together. And we see this beautiful image, very, very vibrant green, representing heart chakra in my reading from the energy, as well as strong violets representing crown chakra. Synchronicity, heart and mind working together in coordination with each other. This is the way we are supposed to be operating. This is what's supposed to be normal for us. So if things, you have noticed, certain things are starting to kind of work together. They're happening not related to each other, but they work together in that joining, in that cooperation, in that communication. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So be looking for more of that happening. Let's take a look in the book and find out. This is a little bit longer for these readings. There are 3 sections that are a bit long, but they are definitely worth it. So stick with me to the end, guys, okay? So we have synchronicity, the present challenge, accepting that everything happens for a reason and that each event now occurring in your life has benefits. You have drawn this card because some striking synchronicities have taken place or about to take place in your life, and you may be unaware whether to view these events as guidance or merely coincidence. This is an interpretation card, and it seeks to encourage you in establishing and maintaining your inner balance. I do note the number 20 obviously reduces down to a 2. This is a portal card. 2 is the doorway, the 2 pillars on each side, one on each side. Okay, that number 2 can also represent 11, reducing down to a 2 with the pillars on each side that you walk through. This is a portal card. This card brings you assurance that you are linked directly to your angelic teachers and to the God source through your willingness to accept thoughts, feelings, and events in your life as clear and specific spiritual guidance bent on awakening you fully within this lifetime to the nature of God. Angelic message. What is guidance? When you ask the universe to be with you and guide your life, do you recognize that this is a living prayer and has profound manifestations in the etheric realms? Prayers asking for help and a path through anguish and struggle are met with immediate and direct angelic attention and intervention. When you pray, for example, you may feel better immediately. When you meditate, you may momentarily discover a renewal that you are unable to explain. When you release fear and accept a sequence of events different from those you wanted, you may feel strangely loved and safe. These are all the quiet but certain blessings of grace brought through to you by your invocations, prayers, and meditations. Synchronicity is also the blessing of grace at work in your life, but it suggests that you are preparing to take physical action in some way and that you are being called upon to seek your true motivation and experiences for desired change. Synchronistic events help you appreciate that a deep level of change has been sought and is being addressed, and that it is important for you to understand the spiritual significance of this change rather than merely accepting it on the physical and emotional levels. You are being challenged to act only when you are clear about the spiritual components involved in your action, changing, acceptance of something tangibly different for your life. This flower, for example, grows regardless of synchronous events. It lacks the physical choices that human beings enjoy. The flower grows in direct alignment with its purpose as it senses it. People, on the other hand, are always attracting choices. When you can identify your true motivations and needs, then you can reflect on the synchronicities you are drawing to you, and you can benefit from impending physical, emotional, and spiritual shifts meant to further your spiritual awakening. Spiritual opportunity. Your guidance through this flower image is to recognize that everything happens for a reason, even though the reason may not be immediately apparent. The green tones of this flower tell you that you have drawn a card of healing, and the shapely, continuous petals suggest that some contracts, I'm going to start that over again, my bad. The green tones of this flower tell you that you've drawn a card of healing, and the shapely, contoured petals suggest that some contrasts are about to come into your life or may have already arrived. The fact that these petals are in pairs offers the thought that you'll have at least 2 major choices around this change. And you must assuredly want to choose the one that will lead to success. You want to choose the one that will lead to success. What should you do? What is the right answer for this challenge? Look deeply within this flower image and you will see the answer. Both petals grow from the center or spiritual core. Any change point that always has several solutions, and there's always one choice that's either, there's never one choice that's either all right or all wrong. So discernment is warranted as you determine which action is the right one for you to take. Application. Some synchronicities are obvious. Meeting the same person in unlikely places 3 times in 1 week, or having the name of a particular city or state pop up over and over when you are doing searches for a place to live. Deeper synchronicities are also observable in the way the natural flow of your life works to separate you from people and or surroundings. You overhear a telephone conversation by chance, or open a piece of mail that you misread and thought was addressed to you, for example, and discover that people are making choices and are talking about feelings that you were unaware they had. So you've gotten some information you weren't expecting. Spiritual synchronicities occur when you keep hearing the same phrase, thought, over and over. In your meditations, you may hear, accept your life and the teachings that are coming to you. Driving to work, you may hear a tape or a video or audio in which the speaker talks about the power of accepting the challenges of your life as your teachers. At lunch, your friend may ask if you've read a book called Accepting Life or as your teacher. In all these examples of synchronicities, you are being given an inside understanding that change is occurring and that you are to gather all that you can and glean all the information you can without blame or judgment so that you are free to move on with your life. Even if you don't want to move on, the events in your life show you that a greater purpose is being played out. So there may be synchronicities that are happening in your life that you're not super thrilled about, perhaps. And this card is letting you know that all things are working for your good, your highest and greatest good. If you keep recentering back to acceptance of yourself, compassion for yourself, when you make those determinations, when you make those choices, you will have those same kinds of options available to you in this situation, with this person or with this circumstance, whatever it is, coming from that place of love, coming from that place where you're asking, what is the best action that I can take for everyone's highest and greatest good, not just my own personally, but for everybody, because we're all connected. We're all quantumly entangled. There is nothing that you do that is not important, honey, okay? You are important. You are crucial to this reality. If you weren't here with your special experiences, your special talents and skills, the wisdom that's unique to you, we need this. We need to hear you. These synchronous events, allow them to come in as a blessing for you. Ask for God, universe, source, creator, however you define that which cannot be defined. Sit in quiet. You don't have to pray necessarily. There's not a certain kind of words that you have to do or a certain length of time. You need to do this or a certain time of day that this needs to be done. But every day, pick a time that's special for you, that's dedicated to you, just to you. be selfish. This is your time. I find it's usually better first thing in the morning or very last thing at night. Either looking forward into this day that is here, has arrived. How do I want things to work out for the highest and greatest good of all? Looking for those synchronicities that keep happening, where I keep hearing the same thing over and over. I keep seeing the same thing over and over. Be looking for the messages behind those synchronicities in your life. To take that step forward through the portal of trust, of believing in yourself, in believing in your wisdom, in believing in your knowledge and your power and your strength. I know sometimes it feels like we are powerless with whatever it is that is going on around us or within us. Maybe it's just something about you personally, your health, or how you feel about yourself physically. Does not matter. There are synchronicities that keep happening. You keep seeing the same message over and over. This is not coincidence. It is synchronicity. Take those as confirmations and affirmations that what you are looking at is the right thing for you, or it's telling you this is the wrong thing for you. You need to do a 180. Okay, synchronicities can also, as I mentioned, as the book mentioned, sometimes maybe we're getting messages we weren't expecting that don't make us thrilled. Okay, overhearing a conversation or seeing somebody else's email was directed to you by accident. This is stuff that happens, and we get this information and we're like, I don't like where this is going. That's perfect. That's an excellent, excellent sign. Don't ignore these synchronicities. They are telling you this is the direction that you should be looking at, options that you should be looking for, opportunities that are going to be blessings for you, opportunities for abundance, for health and safety and security and love always. So that's our reading for the day. Like I said, really exciting. I was very curious to find out all of the information messages that were coming to us from this card. Always feel free to leave comments if you feel so inclined to do that on what you got from the image or from the reading from the book or anything that was channeled through me. This is your channel, literally, and the only reason why I'm here is for you, because of you. So I do hope that it blessed and resonated with you, but didn't just leave it. There's 20 million other videos that have been uploaded in different playlists on this channel or other channels as well on YouTube or whatever your favorite platform is. Doesn't matter. Okay. Choose the things that you feel fit for you, coming from a place of love. Always. Always. So that's it. That's what we've got. You have the most amazing, fantastic day. You are loved. I love you. If you haven't heard that recently, you can't say it anymore because I just said it to you. I love you. You are amazing, and I know it's easy to just kind of get overwhelmed with everything. Look for those synchronicities. They're telling you confirmation on the path that you want to take for your highest and greatest good. Blessings to you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. You are thrice blessed. Namaste and ciao for now.